Greetings, Keishlings. Keishmer, I'm here with my live reaction of Iruma-kun, Chapter 443. Now Amari knows the truth. Henry has finally revealed the darkest secret of their family that we know of. So yeah. A ribbon for you. Are you sure you didn't need me to see you off, Amari? Yes. You can return to your work, Father. You must be tired hearing so much shocking things so suddenly. Go home and take some time to rest. I will, Father. Mary's loves you from the very bottom of her heart, even without her memories. Aww. Oh, he goes in for a hug. Gosh, dang, I didn't want to cry today. She may have returned to the human world, but she's surely living happily there. Yes, Father. Considering how last chapter ended, I'm actually wondering what is to happen. Like, she was crying. So he's not completely wrong about that. Like, she might have these underlining feelings that she just can't put a face with why the emotion is happening. Or that it is so underlining that it's just so confusing. So, did you decide what to do? So we're back in another flashback. So he's reminiscing post sending sending the package back, so to speak. Yes. First, I had the memories of Marais and Amari erased. All those involved in Marais' labor were dealt with. Oh. The memory of Marais being human and of Amari being the child of a demon and a human were written over by Kushinashi-sama in such a way as to avoid confusion. But the 13 crowns were exempt from this. It's forbidden to use magic to alter the memories of the 13 crowns. So Kushinashi-sama spoke with them individually, and I believe she used a spell to prevent information from being revealed. And in one case, some deal was made. Yes, of course, Nightwalker. Being aware that humans continue to exist, and I'm wondering, is it to keep Amari close? And that's why she'll be continuing, her father's legacy in the Border Patrol, maybe? In any case, presently, the only ones who know the details about Marais and Amari are myself, 13 Crowns, and also Vice Chief Marbus. Vice Chief Marbus? That's quite the fraud expression, Officer Henry. Is it true you submitted your resignation? It's to take responsibility for the matter with my family, isn't it? But everything you did was authorized by Chief Nibiris. You were only fulfilling your duties. The one who turned on Chief Nibiris and resorted to violence was me. If someone needs to take responsibility, it should be me. You truly are so foolishly straight-laced. Fool? I am your direct superior. As such, I have an obligation to take responsibility for my subordinates' actions. I'm resigning because of the pride I hold in my position, understood? He walks off. If you feel at all indebted to me, then climb to the top. I mean, he kinda does. With your abilities, even in this wicked place we call Demon Border Patrol, you can see through to the truth, save those who are suffering, and find your way into the light. Only fulfilling your duties. What a lonely thing to hear. I'm hanging my hopes on you to reach the position of Border Patrol Chief. I will stay in Border Patrol. Everything that happened showed me my own powerlessness and the barriers I'll have to face. To protect Amari, I'll do what only I can do in that position. My ambition is to become the Chief of Border Patrol. I see. I'll be cheering you on. Aw. Sullivan's always a solid dude, you know. I'd like to once again express the depths of my gratitude to you, Principal Sullivan. If not for your translation spell, I could have never grown so close to Marais. Amari's life is thanks to that spell. For helping me to create the magic that brought my family together, you have my most sincere thanks. That is a happy kitty-looking man right there. This may be no more than a platitude, but I think everyone has the right to trust in miracles. Oh. That time that passes while your wish goes unfulfilled may be terribly painful, but wanting to meet her again, wishing that you might be one day see someone precious to you again, there's nothing wrong about that. So let's both trust that one day that miracle will come to pass. Yes, sir. Maybe one day the problems between humans and demons will disappear, and then we'll be able to sneak into the human world. Illegal passage will be addressed to the full extent of the law, you know. Oh, come on, just look the other way a little. Lord. So he's reflecting as well, it looks like, though on what, I'm not sure. Grandpa? So, you're still up? It looks like it's frickin' daylight. What the hell's wrong with you, boy? I'm about to sleep. You get yourself to bed too, Iruma-kun. I will. All straighten his little tie. You know, his little nightgown tie. So, like 17th, 18th century. Thinking about it. Wait, does he maybe see Marais in Iruma? Because, I mean, I've constantly mentioned the fact that they look too identical to not have some relationship. Even if it's just so shallow. Oh, gives him a hug. Good night, Grandpa. Oh, that face. As devious as it is adorable. Good night, Iruma-kun. And the double moons are both crescent too. But anyway, okay, so it seems like this arc has finally wrapped up. Now, we might see some fallout later on, but I'm not sure. Because it pretty much seems like it's shifting away from this, at least. And Sullivan's side of it, maybe, if this is to continue on, could be interesting. I mean, because, you know, he's now had this information, he's helped, and all this for the better part of 20 years. Because they're now, 16? Or she might, no, because she's like a year or two older than Iruma, right? So she's probably almost 18 years old now. So yeah, for the better part of 20 years, he's had this information weighing on his mind. That there is a young hybrid amongst their ranks, and that humans are real. That is fully confirmed. You know, they're just like mythological beings of the highest order. That's kind of what humans have always been in the demon world. But also his little chat about wanting to go into the human world. So we kind of know that he does have an interest in it. I'm actually wondering, because of, how do you pronounce his name? Dokara? The Demon King? I'm wondering if Sullivan has entered the human world looking for him. Because as far as we know, the only thing that the Demon King's door takes you to is to that in-between space, and then to the, you know, constantly appearing, disappearing, human world portal. And then that further makes me wonder, how much have demons interacted with humans? And the ones that have actually been able to survive the trip back and forth. Um, because it's the way they make it seem like is that only humans can pass through that gate. That seems like not the case because Sullivan, at least in form of a demonic summoning by Iruma's parents in the first chapter, would denote that that's probably not fully the truth. So it makes me kind of wonder, have demons and humans interbred and crossed back and forth between the portals over time, and now there's a substantial, minute amount of human DNA and a large percentage of the demons in the demon realm, allowing them to freely pass through the portal unharmed. And might also explain the more human like appearance of a lot of them. So, but and then also just, I guess, a simple fact of why human blood reacts to them in such a way. Maybe it's their instincts calling back to an ancestry that they've long since forgotten. Because we don't have like a full origin of like how the demon world started, so it might have started off where it's its own separate thing, but then there was crossings, kind of like with Adventure Time, where there's all the portals and magical things that have existed for time immemorial, but they're just so much a mystery that most people are completely unaware of them. So that's at least what I'm thinking. I could be totally wrong. Let me know your own thoughts and opinions, and anything I misunderstood, let me know down below. And as always, later days, and until next time, Keishlings, bye-bye.